Oh, oops, I'm muted. Okay. Do I exist yet? Am I out of the shadow realm? Is that whole darkness arc over? Please let me know. Okay, give me a sec. I can be. Oh, I can? That's a good thing? Holy crap, my whole brain was rattled in the beginning. Dang. Okay. Give me a sec, you guys. I just have to where's my chatting? Where's my window? Here's this other window. Okay. Alright. Okay. Now I'm actually there. Damn. Oof. Oh my god. You know, I'm not as bothered that I have your typical cliche scuff stream in the beginning. I think I'm more so bothered that I felt you know, the first 10 to 30 seconds of my stream was okay guys, back in action. I had a whole bunch of updates. Only for the screen to be black this whole time. But damn, I'm glad that I'm back though. I'm glad that I'm alive. So sorry that you guys had to wait, and sorry that I clicked start streaming at least 50 times. So now you guys probably got a lot of doofy notifications for no good reason. But anyways, I'm alive. Do please let me know if I am back in the shadow realm, because you know, on my screen on OBS, everything looked like it was working. So it wasn't black screen for me. I only found out when two of you said it, and then I'm uh-oh. But anyways, even if you guys aren't here, I'm gonna say hello to you guys anyway. Hi, Shazina. Hello, Lucid Silver. Ah, damn, Lucid Silver is here, and I didn't even get to say hi. Thank you so much, Mimic, for helping me again. Please let me know if it goes all poopy doopy again. And hello, Lude, and hello, Sleepy Hazard, and hello, other friends and family that might be watching this as a VOD in present day for me. Anyways, so I am here to tell you guys a happy new year. Oh my god, it's not New Year? It's the 18th? No. Listen, it is still the New Year. So for those of you who still feel you know, ooh, I'm gonna make New Year's changes, and then it's a couple of weeks into the year and that hasn't happened yet, stop it. Shut up. Do not fret. I believe in you. You can still get back on that wagon. So for me, what was it? I think it was on the January 4th. It was 4th was my first stream coming back after a long hiatus, and I talked about New Year's resolutions and things that I want to do differently. And let me just tell you guys, at first I was not doing well with the sleep part. No. At first I was doing well. And that's because I always had a bunch of errands and obligations that I really had to do in the beginning of the day that really forced me to wake up and do them, you know? And then I would come home really tired, but I'd force myself to you know, not nap, and then I'll sleep at a somewhat decent regular time, you know? And by decent, I don't mean 10, 11 p.m. Decent for me was maybe about 2 a.m. because my awful sleep habits would make me sleep at between the hours of 4 to 8 p.m. So I would consider 2, 3 a.m., maybe even early 4 a.m. A somewhat safe mark as I tapered my sleep schedule, you know what I mean? But then I think it was the last 2 or 3 days that really messed me up. And that's because I was having a really deep talk with my good friend Bright Green Orc PNG tuber the other day, and we pulled an all-nighter together in VC, and yeah, because his sleep schedules was whoopy, and then I'm damn, I feel chilling, and so that happened. You know, it's funny because he's also trying to correct his sleep schedule by doing that all-nighter trick where you just, you know, literally pull, well, not even just an all-nighter, but more than an all-nighter, so that he can be tired on time around 8, 9, 10 p.m.-ish, you know? Now the problem with that is that sometimes that trick happens, it does correct quickly, and other times it could have even worse effects. And again, this varies from like body to body. Yes, exactly. Fixing sleep is just so damn hard. But anyways, by the way, okay, hold up. Let me pull out my handy tab. But here's one thing. I don't know if I like said this in my New Year's resolution, but I did want to like practice. I want to like learn how to like draw, because like when I was younger, I used to really love like doodling and stuff. Like okay, like as you guys know, I was into Sonic the Hedgehog because I'm that person. Swear I'm not a furry. I heard being into Sonic as a kid was like nearly like a gateway to being a furry. But I met the furry community. Not dissing anyone who is a furry. I'm just saying that like, you know, apparently I met some of the furry community on like VR chat, and they're like, yeah, no, we don't consider like Sonic fans as furry. Like their bodies are like too different, you know. Oh, hi Shazina. Yeah, I'm okay. I don't know what happened to my stream settings. I guess a couple days ago I was trying to alter it to make it sound a bit nice, like make it like more sharp, and I guess I ended up making out all poopy, so everyone had black screens. Sorry about that. You love Shadow, right? I fucking love Shadow the Hedgehog. He's so fucking funny. Like he's just so edgy. Not worse than a furry, a Sonic fan. Shush, Sleepy. No. Sonic fans are bearable, okay? They're funny, okay? Like, okay, I'm gonna like stop talking about like other communities right now, like, you know, because I don't want one of the communities like, what do you mean, Cake? What do you mean? You know, blah 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 blah. I want to get it. She wants Sonic and shit. Oh my god. You know what's really funny? Okay, this is like a very short story, but as you guys know, I work as a psychiatric nurse at an inpatient facility, and it was free time before medication pass, and one of my patients, don't worry, I'm not violating HIPAA policy. I'm not giving away names or faces, but like we were watching TV, right? Oh, thank you so much for following the channel. Hello, sir. And or ma'am. So anyways, I was oh, I'm Cake, by the way. How do I pronounce your name? The White Nazar? Did I say that right? White Nazar? But anyways, so I was like working as a nurse, right? And then it was recess, and there was this one patient who was watching the TV. This was around the time where they were like hyping up the Sonic 2 movie. I think it was this. Maybe it was just a Sonic 1, the first Sonic. No, it's the Sonic 2. It was the second Sonic movie, right? It was the second Sonic movie, and then they had like that really like cute little music video. And one of my patients is like, "Oh, I hope the new movie has Shadow the Hedgehog in it. He's so cute." And I'm like, "Oh my god, no wonder you are in a hospital." No, I'm kidding. I didn't say that. That was awful. That was a bad joke. But I'm like, I just thought it was so funny. I'm like, girl, are you aware that is a hedgehog? I just thought it was like so funny. Here's the thing. So as a psychiatric nurse, I have experience in, you know, adult psych, adolescent, addiction, rehab, you know, etc., etc. But my main specialty is working with kids, and I love messing with kids. It's fun. I remember like here's the strange part about being a young millennial is that like being a young millennial, you know how like Zoomers and millennials are like at each other's butts in terms of like, I don't know, everything. Being a young millennial, you're kind of in that world of like understanding Zoomer humor, but also like being a like understanding, you know, just being a 90s kid, right? Early 90s kid. I'm muted? No, I'm not. What? That freaks me out. I'm not muted. Wait, Cream, you're freaking me out. Unless your kick, I think it could be okay. Thank God. Oh my God, I feel like I was almost gaslit. Damn you, Cream! You owe me $50. She's probably looking at the beginning of my stream where I actually definitely did myself. What was I saying? Oh, here's the thing. So being in between like millennial and Zoomer, it's like I'm like old enough that I feel old, but then I'm still understanding whatever young whippersnappers are doing, right? And so like some of my patients, actually all of my patients are on Discord. They're like asking me for my Discord, and I'm like, fam, no, not even. It's not even about HIPAA violation. I really don't want to be your friend. Obviously, I'm not gonna tell that to them because these kids are here for depression, anxiety, suicidal ideations. I'm obviously not gonna be the adult to reject them like that. But, you know, you just gotta keep, it's sometimes, it's just like a little, it's just like funny because like, being a young nurse, like the way my patients like talk to me is just like vastly different from like older, crabbier nurses, right? You know, they don't wanna, you know, I guess they'll see me as like the cool nurse or the fun nurse. I feel like when working as like a nurse with adolescents, it kind of feels like I'm a substitute teacher in a way. You know how like people are like, yeah, substitute teacher, yes, we don't have to like take shit seriously and do whatever like work and stuff. Sleepy Hazard says, tell them their Zoomer memes are trash. Oh my god. Oh my god, they surprise me. They surprise me though. Oh my god. Hi Loot Gamer, thanks so much for coming back. I'm sorry for the black screen earlier. Hi Riv, if you're streaming soon, good luck on your Riv. Oh my god, is that Slash Shinobi? How was your stream, Slash? By the way, guys, this is my friend Slash Shinobi in chat. He's a streamer on Twitch, but he is getting into Kick because I told him to. And yeah, give him some love and support. And a slap on the butt. No, I'm kidding. Anyways, Cream says I had to switch to YouTube because no sound on Kick, sadly. I don't know why. I think that might just be Kick being Kick, but I swear it wasn't muted, but I was in the beginning. Slash Shinobi says because I told him to. Yeah, I like marketing Kick onto like my fellow VTubers. As you know, our numbers are growing, you know. With Kick, it's still a smaller VTuber community, so I feel like it's a bit easier to feel a little bit more like intimate and connected and like talk to people. That's just how I feel. But yeah, but I do need to like follow more VTubers as well on Kick. Dude says Kick be weird lately these weeks. Honestly, Kick is always weird, but you would think that in the new year they'll have like special changes going on, but I guess not. Slash Shinobi says, if you guys are in here not following Cake, fix it. That's actually really sweet. I'll follow this amazing content creator. That's really nice. Thank you. Good boy Slash Shinobi. Mimic says it's the ninja in a yellow bathrobe. Nice hat, says Creep. Oh, by the way, for context, look at how cute my hat is. My good friend Cream actually gave me this VTuber asset for Christmas. Say VTubers on Kick are pretty chill. I think they're pretty chill too, you know? You know what? It's okay. So for some of you guys who probably missed my New Year's resolution stream that I did back on the 4th, I was talking about things I was gonna do differently as a VTuber and just in general, right? And so I told you guys how I would promise to be more active on Twitter. Now the problem is Twitter is a cesspool of beings that, you know, I really don't want under my bed, in my closet, or breathing my air, or alive. I'm kidding on that last part. Anyways, but it is a really good place for VTubers to connect with each other, and so I thought you have to be active on Twitter again. Like I was literally like, I had a Twitter like last summer. It was pretty easy for me to like, you know, gain followers, connections, talk to people, but then I got burnt out just reading my homepage full of like drama, you know. I'll see some pretty cool like art raffles and stuff, but then surprise, some art raffles could secretly be art scammers, you know. Guys, be careful about that, by the way. For there are some art raffles there where it says drop your PNGs below for some art, but the truth is the person is actually saving your PNG and then marketing it in another account saying, hey guys, I made this character reference sheet, you know, please sure to commission me. Like those exist. And I know, and for some of you skilled VTubers have that been around for a while who say, oh, those scams are pretty easy to like, you know, point out. No, wrong. Scammers are changing their game, man. They are changing their game. They're reading all of those posts, you know, those like posts that say, hey guys, this is how you spot an art scammer. For example, one will say, you know, all the art has to like, you know, if the art style looks inconsistent, there's a good chance it's a scammer. There are some scammers who are smart and read those like, you know, warning posts, and then they'll be like, aha, so what you're saying is I gotta scam people by having art that's similar. I have to make, you know, social media accounts that like look more professional. I got you. So just be careful, you guys. Like do your background check, do your double background check. do your triple check. You know, it's your money. And every time you use PayPal, do not pay through friends and family. Pay through GNS. GNS stands for General Services. So if somebody takes your $50 for your half body, full body commission or whatever, you can still attest that. You know, you can still cancel that. But yeah, Twitter is wild. That is very true. Slash Shinobi says, low key, there's way too much drama in our community. It is, but let's be real, some of it's kind of funny. You know, but anytime you're on internet, VTuber or not, like, really watch what you say. That's why I'm like, hey guys, I trust you. I am a Sonic fan, but I am not a furry. But then I have to keep my mouth shut, because if I were to say F the furry community, suddenly you have a whole bunch of community that says, hey, you know that AtlasCake bish? Remember when she said that? You know, and it's like, even though it's obvious that it's like a joke, it's like, you know, you'll be surprised. There's gonna be some bored people who are just gonna want to cancel you for no reason. They'll try to find the way to cancel you, even if, like, you know, it's not something that they would originally be offended by. Some people cancel each other out of jealousy. That's another thing. Something about the VTuber community is that some people are just a bit too competitive in a way that they don't want other people to succeed. And that's an issue, obviously. Slash Shinobi says, there's never a point where I don't see some sort of person that's getting attacked or canceled. Yeah, see that part. Cream-chan on YouTube says, speaking of the drama part, there was one I saw that was based on a VTuber's design and voice. Okay, seriously guys, the aesthetics of a VTuber design is, you know, it's subjective, right? It's like, if you don't like it, walk away. You don't gotta trash on other people's designs too. But, you know, I'm a pretty realistic person. If you want to trash on it, like, in your head, go ahead. You're welcome to have your own opinions. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys, hey guys, be positive. We all look beautiful. Because that's not freaking true, is it? There are some designs that are trash. I'll be real with you. But are you gonna say to their face or like in their text and then spread you know, the news? Like, that makes no sense. That really doesn't. Because it's like, if you don't like it, whatever. There's other people who do like it. And the person who has it likes it. So leave them alone. But honestly, what am I ranting about it here? I know you guys, none of you guys in the chat are like those kind of people. And I appreciate that. I know I have a really small community, you know, because I didn't start too long ago. But I really appreciate the people who are always in my chat, because they're the sweetest people who are like actual genuine like supporters of each other. Sleepy Hazard says, let the dumpster fire blaze with drama. Lude says, they just like see someone downfall. Hey, can I say something? I will admit, I do kind of like seeing the downfall of people who are like genuinely just toxic, you know? Like if they're toxic in a way that they need to, like, I don't know, something about they were raised, something about their edgy backstory, something about XYZ. Like, I get it, you know, those were bullied, and in that case, I do wish them a happy life in the sense that I hope they grow from whatever they're doing. But what I mean downfall, like, you know how there are just some people who it's like, I'm sure they're a great person, but they just really shouldn't be a streamer, you know what I mean? Like, for example, if they're like way too opinionated, speak before they like formulate their thoughts. Because here's the thing, when you're a streamer and you're an entertainer, you're essentially, you know, you're sharing yourself. You're essentially, you know, trying to be like a role model, or at least, you know, you don't have to be like a big media personality, but when you put yourself out there, you know, you want to make sure that you're spreading stuff that isn't cancerous. I'm trying to work. Okay, it's been a while since I've been here chatting, guys, so excuse me if my English is poopity doopity. Oh, hello. Does that say Toynbee Idea on YouTube? Did I pronounce your name right? I'm sorry if I didn't. I'm AtlasCake, by the way. You can just call me Cake. Let me see. Toynbee Idea says you can only be canceled if you give them any kind of power over you. That is true. That is true. Unless you're canceled in a way that, like, you know, people are like, ooh, this person started another account. We know exactly who that is. Everybody cancel him. And in that case, sometimes starting fresh, some people will make sure that it's like hard for people to start fresh. That's another thing. Oh, I see Tink Cyber followed the channel. Thank you so much. Hello there. Sorry guys, I'm really bad at keeping up with chat. I have to like scroll up a bit. Twitter is toxic indeed. Twitter is toxic. I mean, we could subjectively say that every social media account, social media app is like toxic, but like Twitter is where it's like, if you can't find the toxicity in it, it will find you. It's just there, you know. Slash Shinobi says, I once saw someone get attacked because they had design elements that were similar to a big VTuber named Shy Lily. I think I know what you mean. I don't know too much about VTuber drama. If anything, I think like way more about that than I do, so like I hear it from her. But that is such a big shame. And of course there's a lot of pink-haired VTubers that it's like, ooh, why are you trying to be like every other big pink-haired VTuber, you know? I'm not even gonna name them because you know who they are. Riv says, do unto others as you would do unto yourself. True! Anyways, hello there, Tank Cyber. Thanks so much for joining. I'm AtlasCake, but you can just call me Cake. If I already said that, sorry. My brain is almost in overdrive a bit because I'm still grieving over the fact that I had to click start streaming like 50 times on OBS because it like messed up in the beginning. Anyways, Slewly Gamer says, oh my gosh, Kate, get with the script. Falling behind text. Damn, I'm being bullied. Oh my god. And of all people, the lewd gamer. Listen, the internet has its yin and yang. True. But anyways, damn girl, that's a fly outfit. Thank you, Mr. Frosty, and also good evening. How are you? Type faster, chat. Oh my god, no. But anyways, what was I gonna say? New Year's, right? Okay, so on to that bullshit about Twitter. I actually did what I said I would do. I have been more active on Twitter. For those of you who have been seeing my Twitter stuff and have been like liking and sharing my posts or whatever, or interacting, thank you so much, because like Twitter is just so awful that it genuinely does make me feel happy when I see familiar like names and accounts actually like respond to. But in general, like I've been treating Twitter. This is how I grow to like dislike Twitter slightly less. I try to see it as like a diary where I just repost and post things that I personally like. Like this is kind of weird, but you gotta form your mindset to be really egotistical about your own homepage. You know, let's be real. Like like no one. I guess stalkers will look, but like like I just kind of like make my profile like look aesthetic of things that I personally like. Every time I post something relative to me, I just write whatever comes to my mind, or I try to be like self-care centered. Toynbee Idea says, I've messed with OBS, it's a pain sometimes. It's definitely a pain when you're as poopy brain as me when it comes to tech, but thank God I live with a roommate who has patience for that. Shout out to my dude Mimic. Mr. Frosty says, I'm doing fine. How are you feeling? Still getting over the cough? Oh yeah, so I still have remnants, of the cough. But they're not like blah blah blah. Like they're not like as awful as they were before, thank God. I hope you're feeling better too as well. So that was another point of my New Year's resolution follow-up. I really do want to make like healthier choices. I make sure I came back home with rainbow sorbet ice cream, but who doesn't come back home with rainbow sorbet ice cream? I'm kidding, nobody does. But anyways, so one, what I have my notes here. I used to have like a bunch of notes. Like that's a lot of notes. That's a lot of new notes. Okay, so in terms of swearing less, I have not been doing a good job at like swearing less for my quote unquote New Year's resolution. Now, my New Year's resolution in terms of enhancing my VTuber model, I actually have been having a pleasant fun with that. And I don't mean this outfit. This outfit that I'm wearing is actually like a VTuber asset made by Little Mune on, it's Little Mune, MEWN, if you want to check her out. But yeah, so the really cool thing about having, my homie C's as my VTuber group is that everybody is just brimming with like talent and ideas. Cream here is just such a great artist, and she's actually helping me fix my body because, I talked about this earlier before, but I'm gonna bring it up again. My VTuber body is actually really broken. I can't toggle off my clothes. If I toggle off my clothes, I toggle off my entire torso, and that's because the original live 2D artist that like created me, my VTuber mama as they call it, she was a little bit lazy. Oh my god, Cake, you're bad-mouthing your VTuber mama, you're gonna get canceled. Yeah, no, shut up. I don't care about this one. I have beef with this motherfucker. And that's because I'm not the only person that she screwed over, and there was a whole big Twitter thread of people complaining about her and her shady business as well. Long story short, she's not necessarily a scammer. She does do the work. The problem is she does not deliver the work in a 4 to 6 week window. For me, it took over a year, and every time you ask for a revision, she kind of does something completely opposite. Like, if you ask her to make like the skin like darker, she'll make it lighter, or she just won't do it at all and say, here you go, and it's just like, and then the communication is just like really difficult. But anyways, moving on. I am slowly but surely trying to fix my body. The Luli Gamer says, when you were writing that goal, you were swearing too. I know, I was swearing so much. Mr. Frosty says, boo, boo that woman. Also, hi Eduardo, I saw your name earlier, but I don't think I said hello. I hope you're doing well today, my good sir. Toying the Ideas is pity. Your model is quite striking looking. Oh, thank you so much. That makes me feel happy. Yeah, I'm very happy about my design. I think, for context, my VTuber Mama's Chibi Studio Co. I fell in love with her art. Do be careful if you do try to commission her. Like, I'm warning you guys. You might not get exactly what you want to a T for the money that you're paying for. But I also mean to say be careful, because there's a lot of artists trying to rip off her designs as well. I think there's something called Ideal City Designs on Etsy. Please do not click that motherfucker. They will literally pay themselves a bunch so that they are considered like a 5-star seller or a star seller on Etsy, but the truth is, they're not a real artist. They are literally stealing like template designs from Chibi Studio Co. And it is wild how people are still falling for it. Unfortunately, Etsy does not do their job at siding with the customer, strangely enough. Probably because it is usually a digital delivery of a purchase, and that makes things quite difficult. So yeah, and explaining stuff to the bank is quite difficult when it's a digital purchase as well. So yeah, be careful. Sleepy Hazard says we need a swear counter to help Cake. I know. Oh my god. Oh my god. Can you imagine? It's like everybody's like, for every time Cake swears, we unfollow, block, and report. Oh my god. Then I'm just completely canceled, like forever. I'll never be able to even come back as like a fresh face. Eduardo says I'm doing well. Thank you. I hope you as well. I'm doing okay. Thanks for asking. So I did start my classes. My classes do not run from 5 to 8ish anymore. They actually run from like 8 to almost 11ish. So I have some pretty damn late classes. So I come home late, and I have Monday courses now. So if you guys are wondering why I've only been streaming Thursdays and not Monday nights, that's the reason. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I'm still unsure if I want to stream a second day, because the smart part about streaming more than once is obviously, you know, visibility, marketing, fun, doofy fun, you know, kind of just obvious. I don't really have to state why that's like good, but it's like this semester I'm particularly scared of, because my classes are a little bit more they're not necessarily, I don't want to call them hard, but I want to say that they're more time consuming. I am also a full-time student this semester, so I'll be taking more credits. Yeah, I'm also just trying to really watch my health as much as possible. And I'm this is the biggest reason of all. I also don't want to like force myself to like stream games that I'm not like enjoying too much. Yeah. Writing intensive? Yes, I would say it's more writing intensive. So for context, I do work as a psychiatric nurse, so you know but I don't want to say that's why I'm busy, because I work per diem status, so I can actually choose the days I work, and it's never usually weekend, and sometimes they don't even need to work at all, surprisingly. But I am in a master's program. It is not a nursing master's program, and it's actually mental health counseling, because I'm such a big mental health advocate. I'm willing to throw away my nursing salary just to, no, I'm kidding. I'm willing to, obtain a license that is not just medical, so like centric towards, self-care and all of the above. But yeah, not a difficult master's program. I've had fun with it. It's very enlightening. The people are amazing. But when it comes to master's program, they really are like work heavy, because they know that the material is not necessarily difficult, but it's like, it's just a lot assigned to you in like just a little bit of time, you know what I mean? And yeah. So anyways, yeah, what was another thing? So this is why I named my whatchamacallit, my stream Back on That Weeb Shit. So here's the thing that is pretty cringe, pretty silly about me, is that like my bedroom is very weeby and dorm looking. Like it looks like I still live in a dorm even though my undergrad years were passed long ago. It's funny because like I look like I have the dorm room of a child. And then I have a lot of like weeby posters. I still have some anime figures around. Now the ironic part is I actually haven't really watched, at least before this year, I haven't watched like new anime for like a good like 6 years. So people are always like, ooh, let's ask Cake what to watch for anime. Let's see what Cake's up to. What anime does she recommend? And it's funny because I'm like, I don't watch anime, guys. And people are like, what? Stop being modest, Cake. You're so silly. You just don't want to be labeled a weeb. What are you actually watching? And I'm like, no, I'm serious. Like, I haven't watched crap. First of all, that nursing program kicked my ass. I couldn't even finish Fire Emblem 3 Houses because of that, you know? Second of all, that nursing program's kicked my ass in a way that I am scarred, so I have not really been enjoying much TV lately. But in general, but anyways, Join B Idea says, so in a master's program, do you have to teach undergrads? Oh no, you don't have to teach undergrads. So a master's program is, at least for me, it is basically obtaining my, oh god, I'm gonna say this wrong. I'm trying to get my LPC, so licensed professional counselor. I'm also trying to get my LADCA. Oh my god, that's so embarrassing that I don't remember it. And that's because so I'm trying to get 2 more licenses on top of my nursing license because, for some reason I like to torture myself through education. But no, my master's program doesn't essentially mean you need to teach. To become a teacher, I think that's a whole other part. Education route. Or sometimes like a PhD. Sometimes people, some professions do need a PhD to teach whatever they're trying to do. I've been told that I would make a good teacher, but I do not think so because like it's not very obvious, but like I feel like my ADHD brain kind of just doesn't really stay on topic enough. So if I were to teach people anything, it's not going to be like a straight course. And I'm not saying people with ADHD can't teach, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying for me, because it's very specific, different per person. And no, I swear to god I didn't self-diagnose. It's just I grew up not knowing that I had any form of like attention deficit span at all. It's just that like my brother, who doctor screening, like literally you and basically everyone in our family just test positive for that screening. That's a whole bar park. I don't really want to get into because ADHD it's just a stupid topic, to be honest, because I don't really want to be the person on social media that says 5 signs that you have ADHD, because F those people. Because I don't mean to be a dick. Like, I know that Google's not inaccurate, but like you really, no one should really get into the idea of like self diagnosing, especially since that's ADHD is a big thing that like a lot of doctors will either misdiagnose or not, it just makes no sense in America, because like, first of all, American education system is already known for like kind of putting more on students than they're really supposed to. So then like it's almost kind of like a lot of students think that they're having some sort of attention deficit, but the truth is that it just depends on the teacher, depends on the state, depends on the the lesson, depends on the program, depends on their childhood, depends on how the heck their parents did XYZ for their parenting style. And I like how I said I wasn't going to get into it, and I got into it just a little bit anyway, but notice how I'm being very careful with my words to say it as general as possible, because I really don't. I really get a headache talking about people, the ADHD topic, especially since I grew up with people saying, sorry I was late, Cake, because I have ADHD so I couldn't make it on time. And I'm like, It's fine, whatever. Anyways, Toyn B Idea says I tried to get an ESL teaching cert, but oof, teaching is literal non-stop work, no town time, no thanks. Yeah, teachers are very underappreciated in America. There's don't quote me because I don't do my research, but there's plenty of other countries / continents that do actually appreciate their teachers. Funny enough, they love getting the teachers from America. They're like, oh my god, there's. Mr. Process says, bro, thanks to smartphones, everybody has ADD or ADHD. That I also agree with. Because nowadays, like, with the whole, like, TikTok, YouTube shorts, short form content, the more, like, spits and splurts of dopamine rush you can get in a few bits of seconds and onto the next content, to the next, scrolling left, scrolling right, scrolling up and down. Like, it actually does change our brains. So sorry, Gen Alpha, but you're no, I'm kidding. Please don't cancel me for that. I mean this in a way that I hope you guys I hope you guys pave a wonderful future for us. Anyways, Mr. Frosty says TikTok and YouTube Shorts destroyed our brains. Mine don't work so good no more. I feel that, and yeah. Well, I think I basically already ran that. It's a shame. It's really a shame. Spits and squirts. Oh, behave. I didn't know how else to word it. Okay. Spits and bits and pieces. But anyways, yeah, I have. This is how you know I didn't do good in English growing up. You know what's really funny? This isn't like related to that, but like I didn't know that I had mispronunciation problems until later in my life. For some reason, I have pronounced treadmill as treadmeal my entire life, and nobody effing corrected me until I was like 22, and I was like, hey guys, I'm gonna hit the gym, I'm gonna go to the treadmill, and they're like, cake, it's what? And I'm like, treadmill. Treadmill? A treadmill. Every homie knows what's a treadmill is. Why are you looking at me like that? And they're like, bro, it's treadmill. Treadmill. Why are you saying it like that? And I'm like, oh my god, this is how you know I'm such a fat ass. I literally put the word meal in treadmill. No wonder I haven't been losing weight. No, I'm kidding. But anyways, what's another thing? I have been pronouncing Christmas. I was gonna do it. I pronounced Christmas as Christmas for most of my life. And nobody corrected me until college. Nobody. Like, here's the thing, guys. I know not everybody has the opportunity to do this, but if you do go to college, try your best to move out of your family's home, because your family will apparently not correct you with everything you do. Apparently, you need to be around other people to, like, smack you, Treadmill, I know, but yeah, Christmas. I say it like Christmas, but it's Christmas. I say the same thing for breakfast. I used to say breakfast, and nobody told me. I'm sorry if I'm like fuming. I guess somewhere inside I'm still grieving over the fact that for almost like 2 decades, Cake was just not saying it correctly. I referred myself to the third person. I don't know why I did that just now. Dude says I start this upcoming Monday. Oh my god, my little son going off to college. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud. Listen, Lude, I know that you are commuting, but please don't be the person to go straight back home after college, because I only went to a community college for like prerequisites before, but you'll be surprised with what student activities exist in community colleges. So a lot of people bash community college because it's like, oh, it's not big education, it's not super higher ed. But listen, fam, that's not really true. When it comes to smaller colleges, when it comes to any smaller community, the professors, they care more. They remember the faces of, their kids, and the tutoring hours, are held in the library or wherever the heck is held in. They care. That's just my opinion. And I'm not gonna dox where you are, Lude, but where you are, you guys are pretty known for a good education system, actually. Anyways, Sleepy Haster says breakfast. What is that, Latin? Yeah. Breakfast. Toynbee Idea says, I went to community college, can confirm it was a good deal overall. Yeah, for sure. So for me, this isn't really doxing myself because I'm not in college anymore, nor do I live near that area. But I went to Penn State University for undergraduate school, and Penn State is a really, really big college. It's really good, high up there. However, I did not go there for all 4 years. I actually went to a branch campus first to save money, and honestly, the branch campus were like the best years of my life, more than the actual giant university. Like, don't get me wrong, I blossomed like a true leader when I went to like, big university. But when it was smaller, I think that's my most treasured memories, because when it comes to smaller communities, you can bump into the same faces more often, and those faces that you can bump into end up being like, one of your best friends that you never thought you would have. And yeah, so I honestly thought it was so much easier for me to make friends in college than it was in high school, because with high school, it's like, I don't mean to be a dick, but you're kind of forced to see the same faces out in the hallway and whatever. And I'm not saying that you guys didn't have good high school friends, because I know I did. At least 2 of them survived, at least. But college is when everybody comes together and we all have the same goal. And it's not that goal to just get classes over with, but to actually, learn a little bit of what we may or may not be doing in the future. So congratulations, Lude, because I think you said you were going there for graphic design. Very, very wonderful program that you're into, because back, I don't mean to sound like an old geezer, but back in my day, it was only just like kind of developing. So I'm sure when you go, it's you'll have plenty of professors to really help you out. 3D arts and animation, there we go. Like, I have so much respect for people in the arts. Lou Gamer says, I feel like if I need some talking about the college, I'll come chat with you. Lol, because right now my brain is at 30%. I've been nothing but on zombies. Oh my god. Listen, Lude, these college years may or may not be the best years of your life. What I was gonna say earlier is try to stay behind after classes. Really get familiar with like what people hang out in, what lounges. I really like it when some community colleges have like cultural like programs, because usually they have some pretty good pride celebrations, events that they care about. Toynbee Idea says, oh shit, I'm in Philadelphia, hence my name. Oh damn, okay, I felt that. That's nice. What was the last time I went to Philly? Last time I went to Philly was, I want to say last Halloween, so 2 Halloweens ago. Are you aware of the Eastern State Penitentiary, the haunted one? Because I effing love that place. I went there more than 10 years ago, and then I went there again 2 years ago to see the difference, and it was so worth it. Let's see. Pickle. Oh my god, my eyes are blurry. I can't see who fought. Pickle. Did that say dick? I'm so sorry if I said that wrong. Oh, that does not say dick. Okay, well now I'm sad. Pickle DCK just followed the channel. Thank you so much. There we go. Oh my god, Cake. Fix your eyes. But anyways, well, welcome to my chat. Welcome to my stream. Oh, actually a couple of people followed. That's actually so nice. I feel like my growth has been so slow on Kick. One Idea says, oh yeah, I've been there. They used to have a I'm totally gonna say that wrong, but Bastille Day event too. Okay, well I'm embarrassed. But anyways, excuse me for the cough. I really love the Eastern State Penitentiary. I love haunted stuff in general. I love horror. That was so fun. It was so fun. Props to those actors. So basically, it is an abandoned asylum that was cool and stuff. And in the beginning, there's a day tour, where you have like the whole like audio books, that you're listening to as you tour the place. And then at night, that's when, they change it up and they have a bunch of like attractions that you could go to. So yeah, that was nice. But Philly is a pretty cool area. Philly's a dope area. Bastille. Okay, I figured it's French, but I'm not good at speaking French. It's a French Revolution reenactment. They throw task cakes off the roof? Or did you mean tasty cakes? That would be so bad if I also said that wrong. But anyways, hold on guys, let me just give a little sippy sip of my water. Oh, hi, Axel. Hello, I was able to make it. Yay, you're here. Tasty cakes. Okay, I figured. Hold up. They throw tasty cakes off the roof? Tasty cakes? Tasty cakes, like the ones in the thin wrapper, and it's like, you know, it's like it was really delicious when we were kids, but it tastes god awful as an adult. Is that what you're talking about? Axel says, sorry I'm late, I was resting up, my head hurts. Like, dude, don't even worry about it. And I was upset too, but how are you? Hey buddy, listen buddy, I don't know if you saw my text, I can speak today, you can tell. I don't know if you saw my text a couple hours ago, but I didn't hang out with people today, but if you wanted to come over my house tomorrow, me and the homies are gonna apply for jobs because we're pitiful. That's the invite. We're not going, you know, to like, we're not doing anything fun like the arcade or the cafe. Just come over. Tomorrow's my whole me and my homies accountable day, you know. And even if you don't want to come to apply for jobs, you should still come over and, I don't know, play games with Mimic while me and Elena like bust our butts trying to, like, you know. And I know what you guys are thinking. I thought she's a nurse. Yeah, I know, but like it's come to the point where I really need like 2 to 3 other jobs to like make sure I am living like Larry. Toynbee Idea says, oh yeah, that's the stuff. I don't think they do the Bastille Day thing anymore. Haven't checked in a few years, but it was an annual thing. You know, this is random, but you know what I really wanted to do? I always wanted to go to a Renaissance fair. Do you guys have that in your areas? I really like that. Dude says, bro, living like Larry. I don't know what else to say, but for context, I meant I'm living quote unquote comfortably on the outside, but inside I feel like I'm like burning in hell right now because my money is like depleting fast. It's like crazy. And there's a couple of friends who owe me money that are also in a tight spot. So the funny thing is that like I am living on the edge. Honestly, I have been living on the edge in a way that I really don't recommend it. I mean, I will say that I learned a lot of lessons on finance and wealth and health is wealth from, like, you know, 2023. But right now I'm in my bad bitch arc where I'm trying to undo all that pain. So, you know, if for some reason you guys see that I stopped streaming at one point, it's not because I got burnt out, it's because I got kicked out of my house or something. Like, for realsies. Axel says, I'll try depending how my head feels. I had to go to urgent care today and the doctor basically told me I had like a concussion. Wait, what? Concussion from what though? What? What do you mean your doctor basically? Okay, here's the thing. Doctors, quote unquote, basically will tell you random stuff that will, and they'll word things pretty tricky. So every time you get discharged, always keep your discharge notes, and yeah, look at those notes. You know, the notes in fine print about what y'all talked about today. Like those are that's golden. Keep that. I hope you rest well, Axel. If you can't come over, you know, if you want, we can crash over your place. I'm kidding. I should not invite myself. Yeah. So depending how you feel tomorrow, I'll let you know. Okie dokie. Sleepy Hazard says Renaissance fairs are fun, especially if you can dress up for them too. Oh, have you been to one before, Sleepy? Those are so wonderful. Like, I haven't been to one, but it's like I'm enamored with like the culture and everybody and their cute little flower crowns. I'm a big sucker for flower crowns. Wouldn't be idea says, shoot, wasn't the PA Ren Fair near Penn State? It's in Manhattan. Damn, I was there years ago and I missed it. Okay, well that makes me sad. Actually, there's a couple things I missed in Penn State. I really like to go to anime cons, and apparently Penn State, I think one of the anime organizations like holds that, and I did not know until like after graduation or something like that. Axel says, also, I like the outfit. Looks nice on you. Thank you so much. It's by Little Mune from Etsy. Cream actually gifted me the hat above. Poor Axel in the Pepe emote. I thought I typed it. I'm so tired or out of it, lol. Ceiling light fixture thing fell on my head while I was on a ladder. Oh my god, are you okay? I mean, you're talking to me. So, clearly you are okay in the sense that you're alive, but like how was that? That's horrifying. Please tell me that because this is like a work thing and that your work will like pay for like the urgent care fees, like please tell me. I will be so sad inside if I find out that they're like, yikes, come, you know, go to urgent care and then come back to work. You know, I like, damn. It actually happened to Mimic, so he actually worked at the meat marketplace in a local grocery store, and he actually like cut a little bit. He didn't cut his finger off, but he cut it in a way on like little ham thingy while he was cleaning it. And then, you know, luckily they did pay for his urgent care stuff after, but then they also accused him of stealing money because stupid. But anyways, moving on. Yeah. What? Axel says, you got burnt out? No! No! I didn't get burnt out. I forgot what context we're talking about it. Hence why I want to leave my job. Okay, so it was work related. Damn. Oh my god. You deserve so much more than the workplace you are at. You know, Axel, I would consider like reaching out to like, you know, friends, family, see if they can help you, you know, financially with like, you know, your car stuff, your pet, and other stuff that you need help with. But you know, while you are living at home and not paying rent, like, you know, it may or may not be like a really good time to like take a good break from work, because your mental health and your sanity is just so much more important, because your body will thank you for it as well. But again, that's just, you know, that's just advice that you obviously don't have to take. I think somewhere inside you know that, but you know, just looking out for you, homie. But anyways, Sleepy Hazard says, yeah, I've gone, did some axe throwing, drank some mead, was fun. I always wanted to go axe throwing. I totally want to like embody Huntress from Dead by Daylight. Anyways, Axel says, oh, we got the 3-day ticket for the anime con. Ooh, an anime con. Oh man, 3-day ticket. I never went all 3 days to something before. I'm always such a cheapskate and keep going on like the last day. Like I always go on Sunday for cheapy. I should change that. Sleepy Hazard says, to Axel, hanging ceiling lights alone is a real pain. That's really scary. I'm so curious on how that ceiling light looks like. Like, Jesus Christ. I hope there wasn't any bleeding. I hope you didn't pass out. Axel says, I'm getting workers comp. Okay, good. Yes, but I'm so out of it. I feel so slow, not really fully there for work. Yeah, and honestly, you shouldn't be. Like those guys, like, you deserve more than how they treat you. Axel says, I wasn't hanging the ceiling thing, I was trying to install an alarm hub thing, but the light behind where I was installing it just collapsed on me. Oh my god. Damn. That makes me believe it wasn't supported at all. That's horrifying. Speaking of lack of structural support, did you guys hear about the stuff with the planes? I don't remember which airplanes, but like that one airplane that like took off and suddenly the door just like busted out, and then like people were like, bro, what? And I heard somebody's phone got like chucked out the plane as well. But apparently they found it, it's still working, so good for them. But yeah, that's like insane. Like, okay, airplanes, I don't really have a fear of airplanes. I'm more of a person who kind of finds like cruises a little bit freakier, because like water scares me, and stuff in the water. But anyways, but my god, like the anything airplane related, it's been kind of freaking me out lately. just like hearing that kind of stuff. Like, you know, I know the news isn't trying to like fear monger us or anything, but just the fact that like the engineers of like working on the plane did not, it's not even that the bolts of the door weren't shut, it's just that they just weren't there, they didn't exist, and that is just so freaky. Like I'm like baffled by that news. I don't know if you guys saw that. The Lily Gamer says, Cake, I shall be lurking. I'ma just fool around on VR chat after not playing it for so long. Yeah, go ahead. Thanks so much for stopping by the way. Oh damn, I totally forgot you have VR chat. I was actually, this is fun, but like Sarah, one of our C's VTuber cat friends actually got a VR set the other day, and me and the homie showed her VR for the first time, and oh my god, it was so fun. However, I could tell it was probably like super overstimulated. So anybody who's really curious or into VR, if really try to see if you're motion sick first. I the kind of person who gets motion sick pretty quickly. I also get car sick you know, unless I'm sitting in the front or driving. I recommend like a good like 2 extra strength Tylenol, you know, like a good like half hour before like starting the VR set, and to do worlds that aren't too heavy. It's funny because we took Sarah to a really fun world where like you kind of just play like a tag or it kind of like feeling. Not actually tag, but it's like you kind of like hit each other with like these like colorful disc kind of tag. But and she was fine there, like she had fun. But then the next world we took her to, I have no idea whose idea it was. I don't know if it was Slash Shinobi's or Mimic's, but we went to like a freaking gun world. Where all Sarah hears is just a bunch of pew, kapow, kapow, and it was literally like Fortnite where you just drop in the world. So she probably just got dropped off the blimp without any context whatsoever, and so it was like kind of like overstimulating for her. I need to get my VR headset. Are you actually interested in a VR headset, Axel? I know Quest 3 came out. Personally, it's like almost $500, right? I would honestly just pay for a refurbished or used Quest 2, because unless like if it's not that Quest is like really amazing or anything, but if you're not gonna be on often, like it's pretty damn reliable. Kismet, however, has like a freaking $1,200 VR set for some reason. Oh, because well, like VR chat, it's like his life, you know. So it's like he, you know, it makes sense that he would have like a very expensive. I don't remember if it was Valve Index or Vive, but you know, that fancy good shit. Really good VR sets. But again, if you don't think you're gonna use it often, just get what I got for cheap. Axel says you get car sick. News to me. Mikoko gets motion sick so easily. Yeah, I do. It's not really often that I get car sick, only if it's a really long ride, or if the driver sucks and keeps like stopping on the brake too fast, or if it's like really hilly and we're going up and down a lot. So that can happen to me. I really don't prefer it. So every time I'm like with my friends and I'm like shotgun, or I like try to get like, you know, shotgun seat, I swear I do it because I need to. I don't do it because I'm an a-hole and I want to take the seat from people who want to sit in the front. It's just that like if I sit in the back, it's like guaranteed I'm gonna sick. For context, like I do get car sick even on short rides, but if I'm sitting in the back, that's what I meant to say. Axel says I'm interested of getting the new Quest 3. Oh damn, Quest 3. Okay. I mean, if you have the money for it, then yes, go ahead. Quest 3. Do let me know how it is, because I am personally curious. But you know, Quest 2, it really just does the job. It does what you need. My assumption for the upgrade for Quest 3 is like, I don't know, maybe better graphics that I wouldn't have known anyway, and maybe better battery life, but you know, I feel like the big price jump of like about 200, 300-ish to like 500-ish, I personally do not agree with that. I get the I'm not educated on like the specs or the upgrades, but I know Oculus or Meta, whatever the company Facebook is, I don't trust them enough to believe that it was an extra $200 to $300 worth of like upgrades on that. Like I just don't see it, you know. If I'm wrong, if you guys want to educate me on that, go ahead. I love to learn. Food Gamer says Quest 2 is just fine, only $250. For me, I got it for about like $130-ish on Mercari, used. I don't necessarily think you should use Mercari or used. I was in a weird state of mind where I just wanted to say F it. That was not cake being cake. That is a very uncake thing to do. But you know, back then I just, you know, I had a lot of savings. I wanted to like really save on this. And I just got lucky that my VR set works just fine. Lude says plus RE4 VR is on it. Oh my god, have you played Resident Evil 4 on VR, Lude? I am so curious. Like, how is that? But then again, you're used to Resident Evil, so you're probably not as like spooked or like scared. But like for me, I would be like, you know, I already feel that way on VR chat maps. Do you guys do VR chat maps, like horror maps? Like, because those, like, even when I was on desktop doing a horror map on VR, that's not even like good graphics. Like, I still get freaked out because like they really bad polygons screaming in my ear apparently scares me. Let me see. Refresh rate's battery life is still the same, I think. Controllers no longer have the rings that Quest 2 have. Oh, okay. So I guess I guess what we know is that Quest 3 is sleeker. But as Lude says, I do think Quest 2 is good enough. But yeah, do ask me anything. And Axel, if you ever want to like come over and like try out how like the VR set feels, like I wouldn't mind showing you that either. RE4 VR is so good. Damn. Wait, Lude, do you have like I don't know, like a live stream or a VOD on that? I never saw how it is. Like I think that's so cool. You had so much fun on it. Okay, damn, you're way more brave than I am. Then I can't do. Like I said, poly, really low poly, like figures screaming at my ear and jump scaring me is apparently enough for me to like pee myself, but not literally. Anyways, if we ever get on VR, I would totally love to do horror maps with everybody. Even on desktop, it can be pretty fun, in my opinion, especially seeing other people on VR get scared. That's just how I feel, though. Lude Gamer says, one clip on it on my YouTube. If you wanted to see it, I could screen share my POV on Discord while playing it. Ooh, nice. Maybe we should. Yeah, I'm curious. Would you like to see the clip? Yeah, I'll see the clip. You know what? You know what I wanted to do in the future? I wanted to stream VR chat. I never streamed VR chat before, by the way, because I was too afraid. Yesterday was actually the first time that I was testing it, how to like record and stream, and boy, does it take a lot of power out of your PC. That's another thing, Axel. Before you get a Quest 2 or just any VR set, just make sure sometimes the minimal specs that like is required on your PC to like for it to handle is not always the best, like I would never like pay something so expensive only for like, and it turns out like, your PC only has the minimal specs for it. Like that could cuz it can't, it just depends what game you're playing as well, It's not just VR and that's it. And then even when you go on VR chat, that is a very small game, if you go into a world that is just so much power, to like load in all those like graphics and stuff, like that could really like freeze the PC. So sometimes that happens. Um Axel says, wait, Quest 2 connects with PC. Yeah. Oh god, I don't know what happened there. Yeah, it can connect to PC. I don't have a plug with my Quest. I just use Airlink, which is something that you have to set up when you happen to all that, and so I don't need to have it connected to my PC. But yeah, it does. I think sometimes I forgot. Honestly, Mimic is a lot better at explaining it than I am. But for example, on VR chat, I heard that some worlds Quest users can't see unless you have to do a thingamabobber. Again, I'm not good at explaining it, but let me just say it is worth it, and we could help you from what we need to do. Oh, there, I think that's what. Okay, Lude says Quest 2 can use the link cable, but Oculus it's fine. Yeah, okay. Well, you said it better than I did, but I know I was getting somewhere to something else, but whatever. Oh shoot, did my music stop? My music stopped. Let me fix that. Let me fix that. If my music stops, that means only one hour of streaming in the that's strange to me. YouTube music activate. Blue Gamer says Quest users without PC can't see certain avatars or map. There, yeah, that's another thing. That's something I noticed. But there's a way to counteract that. That I was explaining it. I just forgot where I was necessarily like going with it. Cakes. I mean, Sleepy. I was gonna say Cake says I'm Cake. Oh my god. Sleepy Hazard says Cake. Will you be trying out Paul World Friday? What is that? What is that? Is this one of those things where it's embarrassing that I'm the only one who doesn't know that? Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. I'm gonna Google it right now. What is this? This is interesting. This is cute. Huh? All World release date is Pokemon with Guns on Xbox Game Pass. Pokemon with Guns? Wait a second. Hold up. Pal World. I sure said that correctly. Oh my god. That is a Pokemon with guns. What? No way. What? I can't believe it. Finally comes out apparently. Toynbee Ideas says Pal World is the hot new game. Already tons of VTubers are on it. Oh my god. Damn, what am I looking? What are these images? That is so funny. You see the cutest little critter holding a gun. You have to shoot them down too? What? Why would I shoot them down? Been waiting since 2018. I I don't know. I guess I'm not that much of a gamer to know what's cooking, you know? Pikachu, use gun. Pikachu, reload your weapon. Pikachu, put him out of his misery. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is cute though. I mean, you know what I meant. Not the putting him out of your misery part. That's not. I meant like some of these images like that. The little Leafeon looking thing looks really damn cute. Oh my god. Finally came out. You were waiting for this for ages too, Mimic. Damn, Mimic, you need to educate me on what all these whippersnappers are hyping up, because I apparently don't know too. Let me just the music. Okay. Okay. Ow. That music is loud for me. I just booted up different music. Let me know if it's like too loud or like over me. Or anyways. You mentioned it to me. What? I don't remember that. Sleepy says, I wish they kept the original teaser trailer. Lol, first trailer has Pokemon in these sweatshops building guns. Oh my god, sweatshops. You know, kind of fun. There's a random like story, but like when I was like visiting the Philippines like some years ago, I couldn't tell if I walked into a sweatshop or not, because I saw like one little like kid with like barely any like safe looking nor clean looking clothes on, just like weaving some like stuff for like tourists or something. What the heck? It's like that just looked kind of strange. Toynbee Idea says Pikachu used gun. It's super effective. Oh my god. Well, I guess I'm adding this game to the list. This looks really fun. So this Friday? So tomorrow basically. Damn, that's awesome. Okay, damn, yeah, okay, I will definitely. Oh, you sent the clip to me on Discord, Cake? Be quiet. I'm just gonna like skip around for a bit. Wow, that's how VR looks like for. Ooh, yeah, no. See, if I was ever gonna try this, I would really need some triple, quadruple extra strength Tylenol for all this. Damn, you are so bold. I can't do that. VR freaks me out sometimes. VR users also freak me out sometimes. Not to be insulting or anything. Okay. There's the music. There's the music. Okay. Anyways, Lethal in VR is goofy. Oh my god, that's another thing. Apparently Mimic got the mod to work. Lethal Company in VR. That's a little freaky. I don't know when I'm gonna try that. Dude says, yeah, I had all comfort settings, motion sickness stuff, all of it, because I wanted to be immersed. Oh my god. Anyways, guys, back to the main subject. Are you there? Hello. So, I am back on my weeb shit. Oh shit, I said it. Oh crap, I said it again. Notice how every time I spell shit, I don't put the T at the end, because that's me being as kid friendly as I can, you know? It's just a part, I just, you know, it's hard not to cuss for me sometimes. But anyways, guys, I am back to being a weeb, at least I think so. Lately, it's kind of hard for me to like sit in front of a TV and just sit, you know? I'm the kind of person who really likes to multitask and get stuff done while I have the TV on in the background. I just, you know, try to be as productive as I can. So, you know, yes, I do watch some anime in dub occasionally. Make fun of me all you want, but I don't really think anime dub is really bad. I just think there are really bad anime dub voice actors that I want to slap in the face sometimes, mainly the females, you know. But you know, I can work with it. I can honestly work with it in my opinion. You know? But yeah, so I have been watching. Here's another thing. I'm pretty picky with not picky with like what I watch or how I watch, but like I need to be in a really good mindset before I actually start an anime series, and so I did not binge watch like your typical 25, 26 episode animes. I didn't do any like bougie long animes either. I specifically tried to get back into anime by only looking up anime that was about like in between like 8 to 12 episodes, you know, that kind of like really short mark. And so on that note, in the last week since my last stream, I got to watch at least I got to finish at least 4 to 5 different animes. And let me start with the first one. So I don't know, have you guys Sleepy Hazard says, now that One Piece is dubbed all the way to episode 1000, I decided to catch up with the anime from the Alabasta arc. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't really watch One Piece, but like props, like respect to like the longest like running anime like ever. Not Alabasta, I mean Thriller Bark. Sadly, because I don't know too much about One Piece, I literally stopped at the Merman arc before it even like finished. So that's literally in the very, very, very beginning. But I do have friends that are big One Piece fans, and you know, I can understand why. But yeah, this is a pretty doofy anime that I'm about to mention. But did you guys ever hear about pull up my handy dandy links list of like anime that I like finished so far. So have you guys ever heard of Japan Sinks 2020? Yeah, I know. Cake, what the F? What the F? Here's the reason why. So I don't have Crunchyroll. I don't really watch much shows on my PC. I like to like relax on, you know, using Netflix. And so I just watched whatever short animes were on Netflix. And so so I remember when Japan Sinks 2020, it came out at a really strange time. First of all, it has 2020 in the title. And yes, it came out in 2020. And that's when the world was dying because of you know, the COVID pandemic. Obviously, this is not the COVID pandemic. Japan Sinks 2020 is a disaster anime. It is based off of a book. I don't know how old that book is. Pretty old book. But the anime adaptation of it is directed by Masaki Yusa. And so, if any of you guys are familiar with Masaki Yusa's work, they are known for having very interesting, quirky art styles. They are known for stretch animation. I don't really know what else that they worked on other than this anime and Devilman Crybaby. At least the 2018 version. And it's interesting. What you'll find is every project they try to do like a different unique art style each time. And so here's my review of Japan Sinks 2020, and I'll really try my best to not spoil things, by the way. But I'm the kind of person who is a little bit afraid of natural disasters, so that's why this show piqued my interest. And as you know, Japan is, you know, it's a bunch of islands. They're very much known for having a lot of earthquakes. And if you guys know anything about earthquakes, there's always the aftershock of like other lighter earthquakes elsewhere. And then of course the tsunamis and stuff. And so with this anime, boy, do I have a lot to say about it. But again, I will try my best not to spoil it. But I do recommend it because here's the thing. It is a good anime and it is bad at the same time. Like, I can't even, like, I don't even, if you had to ask me to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, I don't know what to give you. Because here are the parts that are really good. The animation, okay, well, even that I'm even confused on. Because, like, the natural disaster parts were quite cinematic, quite beautiful, you know? Really well done. You can really see how horrifying and terrifying, you know, like these earthquakes, these mudslides, how really ruthless and dangerous the ocean can be, you know? You see that just destroy all of humanity, and it is very depressing, but at the same time, it was animated wonderfully. Now, on another note, some of the animation kind of was cheap looking. Some of it was kind of not right. Like, there are some shots here and there of the characters where the drawing looked a little bit wonky and lazy, you know? And if you're familiar with early 2000 Naruto, it's kind of like that. Faces in the background will just look kind of meshed up together in low quality. And you know, so it's like the animation was like somewhat consistent. It was interesting, but it was like inconsistent. And that's a little thing that I didn't really like. but I wasn't nitpicky about it either. It was just kind of like, huh, noted, I guess. So that's the animation, right? Characters. This is the part where the anime is both good and bad. It is good because, like, how is it good? Now let me talk about why it's bad. It's bad because it's really hard. They made it kind of hard to really love the characters. They made it hard to get invested in some of the characters, and that's because character deaths will kind of fly out of, you know, the director's butts, like left and right, to the point where it's like, I barely processed the first death. That second death was just, looks like it was just thrown in there for shock value. And so a lot of people have this complaints about Japan 6 2020, is that a lot of the deaths just felt like they were for cheap shock value. Now here's the part where you could argue and say it was quote unquote good writing. Sometimes and they explain this in the anime, that like sometimes people are lucky and sometimes people are just unlucky. You know, sometimes it's just chance. One thing, well, your life can have so much meaning. The decisions and the actions that you make could be so impactful 1 second, and then the next second you might be dead. And then, you know, because natural disaster and the end of the world is near for Japan, it's like you don't have much time to grieve. The time to process grieving is such a luxury that, like, you know, these people do not have, that you just gotta move on. And so people can argue that it was good writing about some of the characters' deaths. And so this one is a miniature spoiler, and I swear it's only gonna be like a 5 seconds of me talking about it, and then you can skip over. But there is one death where one character survives a sexual assault attack, and they feel so damn triumphant, and then they just go the next episode, or 2 or 3, I forgot. And it's like, bruh. Like, what are the characters that you were kind of like excited to see how their character development grows? Because first of all, the world's going to crap. You know, it's a hopeless atmosphere, and so, you know, you see this one person get pretty damn pumped because they're proud of themselves for surviving, and then they die by something else. But again, the story goes back to, you know, well, sometimes you're lucky and sometimes you're not, you know. But again, we don't have time to process the grief. We gotta move on. Anyways, Twin B Idea says, if there's no character development, the death is meaningless. You have no attachment. This one I had a little bit of attachment to, but then there are some deaths where, like, I had no attachment to the point where it actually became kind of memey and funny. But again, I'll try my best not to spoil it. I don't really have much to say on this anime. Here's a good part that I did like about the anime. So as you guys know, Japan is known for being pretty traditional, conserved, reserved in their ways, you know. It's like, and of course the whole stereotype of like, yes, Asian people are racist towards each other, and mainly racist, and, you know, they're very, very prejudiced, and, you know, especially like Japan. But this anime actually did a good job at highlighting how diverse Japanese communities have grown in the past decades. You know, that there was an abundance of characters from different backgrounds that you get to meet along the way when you watch the anime. So, you know, for example, one of the characters was like a really old guy in the countryside who's like hella damn racist, but then, you know, the more he like spent time with, like, you know, these other foreigners, he kind of, you know, he slowly lets go of it. You know, it's a very, very small subplot of a story, you know. It's not wonderful character development by all means that makes you go, oh wow, I love that old man, I love him to bits. It's nothing like that. But it is something to note, and I think it is something, you know, I do think it's important to note, you know. And then the fact that the characters are also half Japanese, half Filipino, I'm like, hey, Philippine represent, because I'm also Filipino. And so I'm like, that's interesting. That was very interesting choice of characters. I think, obviously, this is the anime adaptation. The book that it's based off of decades ago is just, you know, your traditional Japanese family. But, you know, so the choices of highlighting other diversified characters, I thought it was smart, you know, and that's all I'm gonna say about it. I did like the anime. Is it one of my favorites? F no. But am I glad that I watched it? Yeah, I'm pretty glad I watched it. I thought it was a comfortable, fun show to watch that was literally only 10 episodes. 8, maybe 10. Anyways, it's on Netflix. Go ahead. And again, in case for you people who like to multitask while they watch TV too, the English dub is not bad, except for the main girl character. I kind of want to smack her in the face every time she spoke. But, you know, aside from that. Now, the next anime I watched was amazing, beautiful, a million times 100, like 10 out of 10, like, oh my god, like I cannot begin to, like this one I'm gonna have a hard time talking about as much as possible without spoilers, but ever hear of Violet Evergarden? The anime adaptation was 2018. It was known for doing really good, very, very beautiful animation. It was so effing wonderful. I would say that it made it to top 10 on my favorite anime list. Mr. Frosty says, dude, I watched Baki on Netflix and I love it. Oh, I did see Baki on Netflix. I was actually curious about it because I'm like, classic. And I know a lot of people like it. Some parts are cheap and some are cringe, but I love it. Honestly, I appreciate anybody who, you know, they can see the cheap parts of like a show, but they still find like love for it, you know. I'm also not, I don't really like nitpick on that kind of stuff. This is kind of strange, but like I have a lot of patience for bad shows as well, you know. I would say, but then again, you know, it's subjective. You know, I would say even if a show or an anime is bad, but it touched somebody in some way or some arc was like done well, like I wouldn't go as far as I'll still appreciate for what it was. Fortunately for me, Violet Evergarden was 10 out of 10, very beautiful. The story, if you are a writer, you will love Violet Evergarden, and even if you're not a writer, you know, like, you know, it's really good. It's really wonderful to learn from. So the series is how do I explain it? It's episodic in a way that almost every episode is like a different bit of a story where the character Violet, you know, grows to, you know, learn empathy and, you know, work with whoever she's with. Okay, this is I'm doing a bad job explaining it. Let me start from the beginning. Violet Evergarden is, oh my god, you guessed it, a child soldier. Literally, you know, she's an orphan. She was trained only to be on the battlefield. What she knows is the battlefield, and that's it. She does not know much about human emotion. She does not give a crap about whatever. She's got a lot of blood on her hands and all that jazz, you know. But one thing I will say is that she grows to love the crap out of Major Gilbert, her commanding officer, and that's because this man is so damn nice to her. He really doesn't like seeing her as like some sort of tool or weapon or ultimate destruction or no Shadow the Hedgehog being. Like, he looks at her like a beautiful, normal, you know, wonderful being that, like, you know, deserves a real childhood. But, you know, it wasn't really his orders to accept her as, like, you know, part of his strategy to win the war. He kind of just like took her in because he had to, and of course he, like, you know, he taught her how to read, he taught her to write. So that's the whole backstory of that, and what happens is that he's dead. And no, that's not a spoiler, that's literally like the very beginning of the show. And so Violet, unaware of his passing, wakes up in a hospital bed and she's like, bruh, where's my commander? Where he at? Where he at though? You know, obviously she doesn't sound like that. And she ended up losing her arms in the battlefield and had to have it replaced through, you know, prosthetic arms. And so she is pretty weak. She has to recover. And this other person, I forgot his name, but he is a nice redhead man, hires her to be to work at his mailing services. Post office service, a guy who also worked with Commander Gilbert during the war but ended up like getting a company, you know, business running on his own. And so this business is quite different. There's something called an auto memory doll. So the backstory is their technology is not advanced. They do not have cell phones or phones or whatever. They do not have cars, but they do have something they call a typewriter, but apparently the typewriter is called like I think it was called like an auto memory. And so the company has what they call dolls, an auto memory doll. And so the doll is literally like the person. Sorry if I'm explaining this like really awful, but let me get to it. So for example, you have these women working at an office, and let's say you'll have a bunch of clients come in. So I'll come in being like, hey bro, I want to write a thank you letter to Mimic, but I don't know how to express it in words. I would like you to write it for me. So that's basically what it is. A doll is somebody who scribes a letter for the client, you know, in their own expressive, wonderful way with words. You know, it's basically the typewriter, old-time typewriter version of going on Fiverr and asking someone to write their fan fiction, you know, and you know, kind of like that. They're basically scribing. It's a scribing kind of company. And so Violet over here, because she came from the battlefield, has no knowledge of, you know, really how to do that kind of stuff, but she is very stubborn and dead set on becoming an auto memory doll. She wants to scribe letters, emotional, heart-filled letters to people, and people are like, bro, why? You are so awful at it. Like, literally, I'm not gonna spoil it, but for example, like, if a client goes up to her and says, hey, I wanna confess I want to confess my love for someone, but I also don't want to sound too like into them. I kind of want to sound like I'm not into them and they have to like chase me. And then Violet will just type, hey, I'm not into you, you know, you must do better. Like, you must do better. I want you to be the one to pursue me, you know. Like, she'll literally like word it like off bat, like what it shouldn't be. And so let me tell you why she's so stubborn on wanting to scribe letters for people, because before her commanding officer died, he told her he loved her. And I know what you're thinking. This is like, what? Like an emotionless person wants to find the meaning of I love you? How cliche. Oh, Mr. Frosty says I might check it out. Yes, please. Oh my god, check it out. Beautiful animation. I will warn you. The very first 2 to 3 episodes, I forced myself to watch. I was actually not too engaged with it. I was just getting like, they were just feeding me some backstory, which is basically what I explained. And it wasn't really like, you know, it was hard for me to really be connected to Violet at all. Now this is the part where the series becomes episodic. From episode 3 or 4 and onward is where, it's called Violet Evergarden. It was in 2018. And so the rest of the episodes that I won't explain is that's when it becomes episodic, because with each client that Violet scribes letters for, she slowly understands, you know, human emotion, whether it's, you know, confessing to someone, you know, showing, you know, gratitude for someone, you know, forgiveness, grief. You know, she ends up like processing her griefs through, you know, her own grief to some of these characters have lost loved ones as well. And keep in mind that this is literally like shortly after the war has ended, so you know, there's a lot of people whose loved ones didn't come back. But god, it's just, oh my god, I'm getting like goosebumps just thinking about it. I apologize if I'm not really good at explaining summaries well, but it's like, this anime touched my heart so damn much. I just had to share it. So it is on Netflix. They have the 2018 episodes that is like about 8 to 10 or 12 episodes, and then after that there is one episode special that's like, you know, a typical half hour. There is a movie. There's 2 movies actually. Do not watch Violet Evergarden the movie yet. Watch the one where it's like 2020. I think Violet Evergarden movie was 2020. I don't know. Like you'll know what to watch in order just depending on like the actual, like, you know, years, right? And so I'm not gonna spoil the rest, but I will just say that it was just, god, it was just so wonderful. It was just, watch if you like, watch if you're emotional and you just like you know, your heartstrings like plucked or something, you know. And it's not that some of these clients are like the most like, you know, oh my god, like, you know, like crazy backstories ever, but it's just the way that that whole anime was directed and written. Like, it was clever. It was clever writing. I really feel like it was clever writing. Maybe I should just stop talking about the anime because I don't want to overhype it so much to the point where people are like, Cake, what the heck? You know, like, just know, let me just end it on this note. I loved it. It meant something to me, especially somebody who really does see the art in conversation and see how powerful like words can be. And you know, who doesn't? Don't you? How do I word this? Don't you guys kind of like miss the old times where we would like romanticize letters? It's like where that's all we had in our basis of communication before we had like texting and emails. Okay, I guess we can't really miss it because all of us grew up with at least email or like those doofy flip phones before the smartphone. But because I was like a poor child and I was the youngest child who got hand-me-downs and never really had chance to like be on the computer, so I didn't really like. I don't know, like what was I trying to say? Even in early 2000, I would find like emails like so fascinating. You know, the ideas of having like pen pals and stuff. It's like, oh, my parents won't let me hang over my friend Amy's house so often, but at least I can email her every day because we were unlucky enough to have the same classes. And it's like those emails were like powerful enough to be like, damn, this means a lot. But yeah, power of words, guys. It's just something very beautiful. So that is Violet Evergarden, and that's all I'm gonna say. Now, what anime did I watch next? Can you guess? I have to look it up because I actually don't know the title. The next anime that I saw off of Netflix, it is so far only one season. I think it's about 12 episodes, but I stopped at 10. It is called ZOM 100 Bucket List of the Dead. Now this one is very far different from Japan Sings 2020. It is very different from Violet Evergarden. It is literally a horror and a comedy. So as you guys know, if you guys know anything about Japan, Japanese work culture is god awful, exhausting. Oh, you gotta watch. Okay, yeah, it's so good. It's Japan work ethic is just horrible. They're just really horrible to workers in Japan. And so the main character starts out as this fresh-faced boy at an office, and then you guessed it, he gets so burnt out. He barely has time for himself, barely has time to go home. He is almost borderlining suicidal ideations. That's how much work really took a toll on him. And then, bam! What? Apparently there's a zombie outbreak in Japan, and then suddenly, the boy is like, wait a minute, zombie apocalypse? That means I don't have to go to work tomorrow! And that's enough to suddenly make him choose life over death. That is enough for him to realize, life is short, I need to value things that is not work. Work cannot have a hold on me. And then that is why this anime is so goddamn funny. It is so precious. It is wonderful. I will, Sleepy Hazard says he gets so hyped at the thought of not going to work. Yeah, I know, it's so fun. Oh, hey, Slash Shinobi. I was gonna call you something else. I choose death. You choose death. But oh my god, no, it was a very refreshing anime to watch, especially after watching a disaster anime, and after watching an anime that like made me cry at every single episode. Like this anime was just hilarious. But again, no spoilers, but I will say that as the main protagonist meets other people along the way in this anime, he comes across other people who came from different professions who are also overworked and have their own perspectives of like work life in Japan. And it's interesting because I'm like, oh, so that's what this manga or anime is about. It really is like a letter, a statement to like, how working conditions are for Japanese people and how it affects other people. One of the characters ends up coming across a community during the zombie apocalypse that is very similar to his awful work conditions, and suddenly he has PTSD, but ends up caving in and going back to working under such awful leadership. And you know why that is? That is because if you guys know anything about like, I have to word this really carefully. You know how like things that are awful to us as a child, we can handle them better as an adult, but they still kind of hurt you inside. Like your body remembers the feeling of that stress or that bullying or that critical moment. It's kind of like that's the best way I can explain it. That's why it's just give it a watch, guys. I don't have much minutes to spend on ZOM 100 Bucket List of the Dead. The whole premise is in the title itself. Essentially, the boy makes a bucket list of 100 things to do before he turns into a zombie, and it is a really quirky anime. For example, he and his bro are like, yo, I wanna like, you know, date or meet some like flight attendants, and then they're like, bro, what is the chance of like meeting a flight attendant in the damn zombie apocalypse? And then suddenly they're running for their lives until they get trapped with a bunch of other people, and there's like 3 hot girls, and they're like, yeah, we're flight attendants. And then the main characters are like, dude, what? They're like, what? Crazy, now's our chance. It's just it's very doofy, very good show. Again, I didn't finish the last 2 to 3 episodes. I don't think I need to, you know, just to, you know, give you my opinion on it, but definitely recommend that one. Now the next anime I am gonna recommend, and this one is very interesting. Can you guess what I watched that was really short? I'll give you guys a hint. This anime is based off of a really old version of it. In I don't know if okay, well that was a really terrible, that was a very terrible whatchamacallit, that was a very terrible hint. So let me actually Google what year that actually was. La 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 la. Power of Google. Original date. What was the original date? What is this based off of? Oh, okay. So it is based off of a manga that came out in 1972. That is my hint. Oh my god, you guys are so smart. You guessed it. I saw the 2018 version of Devilman Crybaby on Netflix, and boy, was that quite the anime. I was pleasantly surprised. So let me tell you why I was even interested in this anime in the first place. Actually, I just realized I brought it up earlier in the stream. So Japan Sinks 2020, directed by Masaki Yusa. Masaki Yusa, the one who's known for like interstate stretch animation, he did the animation for Devilman Crybaby as well. And it's interesting because it's very, very different from how Japan 2020 looks. Very unique art style. I will say that this anime is very bloody, gory, gutsy, and full of really grotesque sexual moments as well. So if that makes you uncomfortable, that's my little alert/warning for you guys. But I'm not gonna go as far as saying it was like a wonderfully amazing anime, because how the Devilmen come out and how the powers itself is not really like a great, you know, kicker. It doesn't really have kicker details in anime, but it's one of those anime that leaves you with a strange feeling at the end. I will say that much. You know what I'm talking about. That feeling, you know, you may feel numb at the end. You may feel like, well, that happened. That was me. That was me at the end of the anime. I was like, wow. That was me. That was me at the end of this anime. And so anyways, it's only 10 episodes. Essentially it is about 2 boys. You got one boy named Akira. I think I said his name right. Yeah, Akira, and he is the Devilman Crybaby, literally itself. The title sounds kind of cheesy, but I'll tell you why. So what happens, the anime starts out seeming kind of like cliche. It's like, oh my god, typical anime story. There are secretly demons in this world and we have to kill them. Oh my god, you know? Like, that's how it seems at first. But it is more than that. It really is. It's more than just defeating the Devilman. But again, I cannot say what it is because I would be spoiling it. But Akira is apparently this very emotional, sensitive, crybaby kind of guy who, you know, his tears, he's so empathetic, his tears are for like anybody, you know? And I love that, you know? A lot of people see tears as weakness. Personally, I see it as emotional intelligence and strength. Maybe I just say that to cope with the fact that I like to cry every day, but that I am pretty set on what my opinion is of you know, when people cry a lot, you know? And so this boy ends up becoming a devil, a demon himself. However, he is called a Devilman because he
is not here to destroy humanity. He turns into a devil, but is able to keep his human heart. He is able to keep his moral compass, and so he kills the demons after the humans, you know? And so the whole plot is like demons basically trying to, they were like hibernating all this time, and here they are coming out of humanity and trying to like kill them. And so here's the thing, they aren't just demons that pop out of nowhere. They pop out of humans because they need a human host. They need a body to fucking grossly come out of, because yes, that's what I meant by the grotesque body horror that you will see in this anime. It is wacky. It is worth it. Please do not eat anything saucy while you watch it, because I made that mistake. Toynbee Idea says that's what the original series was, as I recall, pretty much. Oh yeah, so like the series is based off of 1972 manga. It is a very, very short manga that I might actually give it a read myself. I heard that there isn't too many differences. Like it has like the same premise and like the same ending, and it has the same message, which is, you know, quite nice for me to know. Yeah, so that's Akira, right? Now Akira has another friend, Ryo. And he is this, I don't remember if he's American or if he's like something else and he teaches at like an American school, but you know, he is basically his orphan childhood best friend that we don't know too much about, but we do know is that holy crap, this dude is filthy rich, comes out a fancy car, but he lives life on edge because he don't even got a license, you know, and he's just cool, you know. He's that mysterious cool friend that just drags Akira on his quest. And so Ryo is like, hey yo Akira, so I've been doing research in like some country, and apparently like devil creature demon shit exists, and you are the first person I want you to know. And so yeah, it triggers. I can't. I'm trying to find the words to describe the series without spoiling it. But let me just tell you that it is it's just fun, guys. Just watch it, okay? It's 10 episodes. This is why I wanted to like have a whole just chatting stream on like me being back on my weeb shit, because I am recommending anime that you can binge in a day if you have a day, you know? And for those of you who don't, like, again, 8 to 10, 8 to 12 episodes won't kill you. I am so curious on people's opinion. And by the way, for any new watchers that are in my stream, I just want to say thank you for you know, still listening to me chat my butt off and stuff. I do have a Discord server, by the way, that anybody can join as long as they're 18 plus. It's a very friendly, very small Discord server, nothing too crazy, but you know, if you guys want to join, I would love that. You'll see my updates as well, and you'll also see a few updates from other people in my VTuber group. I'm in a VTuber group called C's. It's short for Sassy Existential Espresso Services, and yeah. Anyways, Toynbee Idea says it's a kind of big spoiler about Akira's shady buddy. Yeah, honestly, like it is. It's kind of a spoiler, but like I think I said what I could, you know. I think I said what I could. So I think, as you can tell, Akira and Ryo are, you know, they're very, very different, you know, and you can see they love each other as friends, but boy are they really different. You can already feel that. I can explain their personalities this way through this childhood memory they had, where I think Akira, I don't know if he was housing a baby puppy or a baby rabbit or a bird or something, but like it wasn't gonna make it, it was gonna die, and he really wants to, like, you know, save him, but Ryo is like, hey yo bitch, let me put him out of his misery, let me like effing like shoot this mother effing animal, it's gonna die anyway, why are you sad, you know? That's their personalities right there. Ryo is a very apathetic kind of person, you know. Meanwhile, Akira is just like bro, like, you know, hope, love, you know, empathy, you know. And honestly, the only times you will see Ryo have much expression or love for anything is when he's like vibing and hanging out with Akira. That's all I will say. Call it a spoiler, call it not, but I think that's the best way I can explain it. Again, watch Devilman Crybaby. It is some interesting philosophical points to it as well. yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say. And so that kind of concludes all the animes that I watched. So I guess it wasn't. So what is that? 4 anime that I binge watched? I don't remember if I was starting something else. I know I'm really interested in Romantic Killer because that looks like a quirky, funny anime, and you know, I think I gotta add like a fun shoujo anime to the list after watching all that blood and gore the other day. Yeah, that's it. If anyone can recommend me a slice of life one, that would be good. I really want to watch like I have patience for slice of life. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I just like life. Okay, I like people. I love characters. I like feeling invested in stuff, and you know, so that would be nice. I would say that my favorite slice of life is Honey and Clover. Definitely can't really. That one's kind of hard to market to other people because it is a long, slow anime. But like again, if you have patience for it, hey, I think it's also worth the watch. But that's something that I didn't binge over the week. That's something I like watched like a decade ago, and I still hold it close to my heart. Unfortunately, it's not on Netflix or Hulu anymore. So yeah, that's the anime. That is all the anime that I watched. Anyways, Toynbee Idea says, I only know older anime, sorry. Oh, tell me what older animes you watch. Unfortunately, I can't say I know a lot. I will say that a lot of me and the C's Tuber Squad do enjoy Cowboy Bebop. That was probably one of the best anime recommendations I got from a friend. And thank God he's not here because he would just rub it in my face and say, you know, I'm talking about Orc. Anyways, oh my god, Morgan, I didn't even see you there. Hi, Morgan 3000, how was your day? God dang. Oh, also, if you're still there, Tower 11, thank you so much for following the channel. Chobits is pretty good. Oh, is it? Hold on. That sounds familiar. Let me look at it. That sounds so familiar. That's Chobits! Ooh, is it actually good, Mr. Frosty? Because I'm gonna be real with you. It kind of like freaked me out when I like watched this as a kid. Like I only saw like 1 or 2 episodes, but doesn't the girl like say like one syllable or like one word, something like that? I don't remember if she talks or something, but it's like something about it was like a little bit like strange to me. But you know, it is a classic. I will say it is a classic, and I am very curious on the classics. Toynbee Idea says, oh, well, tons of stuff from the 80s, 90s, 2000s mostly. Yes, Chobits is pretty good. If you want a straight-up soap opera, I was into Marmalade Boy. I heard of that, and it's been a long time. Now it. Look it up right now. Using the power of 94. Oh, this is familiar. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. Honestly, ooh. It's very nostalgic looking at old anime, like the art style. That looks cute. Pantsu. Mr. Frosty says Chobits is kind of weird, but if I remember well enough, it's worth a watch. Okay, I'll think about it. Again, it kind of takes me a while to like get into like certain anime, depending on like how long the episodes are, you know, and. I'll think about it. Thanks, guys, for the recommendations. Oh, on another note, I have been practicing. Well, I said this in the beginning, but as a New Year's resolution, I am trying to learn how to digitally draw. I'm kind of like those typical people that don't like to show my artwork, because, like, again, as a beginner, there's not really much to be proud of, if I had to be honest. However, I have been forcing myself to draw for like a straight week, so I've been drawing something new every day, and with each day I can actually feel myself like forming an art style I actually like. And so I'm not gonna post it yet. Oh my god, I almost burped there for a second, I'm sorry. So I'm not gonna post it yet, but it is very I'm just, how do I describe this? You know that feeling of like you didn't think you would have joy in it and now you do? Because I'll be real with you, like I grew up loving to draw, and I stopped drawing for like a good long time that I wasn't really considered good anymore. I was just considered like, oh yeah, you can't draw but you can doodle. And so I thought to myself, I know somewhere I have it in me to like, you know, use my artistic vision and skills. And I do like fashion, and I do like to design fashion, and I love the character design I put, you know, into like own VTuber model. I also designed Mimic's VTuber model, and so I want to be able to draw to the point where I actually have a distinctive art style where people can actually like, you know, make sense of it. Toynbee idea says if you like serious sci-fi space operas, Legend of the Galactic Heroes is one of the greatest works of media's ever made. Interesting. Wow, you do know a lot of interesting ones. Legend of the oh my god I can't read, I can't spell. Also, my hair turned emo for a second. My toggles are very confusing. I should really fix those. Okay, hold on. Okay, let me have another crack at it. Legend of the Galactic Heroes. Did I say that right? Anime. Interesting. Whoa, hold on. And there's like a reboot of it too? Interesting. I like the art style. You know, these they're kind of hot. Morgan says, "Cake, look." Wait, what am I looking at, Morgan? Did I miss something? Did I miss my sound notifs are like kind of effy weffy off right now. And yes, Squidward. Let me go to my stream. Wait, Morgan, what am I looking at? Am I looking at the emote? But the kick emote? Is that what I'm looking at? Let me see. Oh god. My stream working? Oh, I hope it is. Mr. Frosty says, "Damn boy, you know, you might have sold me on that one already. I'ma look it up." Nice. Toynbee Idea says there was a remake of Galactic Heroes. I haven't seen it if I saw the original. You guys are gonna be disappointed in me, but the only other old anime that I watched was like Sailor Moon. I don't know if you guys are into all that shit, but Sailor Moon was very important in my childhood. Morgan says, "Nah, I gave you 29 people." What? I didn't see that. I think it's because Kick is very like poopity doopity on my end. I'm so sorry about that, but thank you so much. Morgan, hold on. Okay, listen, buddy. I actually kind of have a treat for you. Hold on. Let me take out my handy dandy tablet. I swear to God. Save. Okay. So, guys, because I am trying to diligently practice my artwork, for anybody who gives me a bunch of subs and subscribes to me for like 3 months, I have a gift for you. I did draw you something, Mr. Morgan. Unfortunately, it is your old VTuber. I didn't know that you would change into a different VTuber model, but I hope you like it anyways. Hold on, let me end it. So if you're there, that's my little gifty gift. Oh my god, tablet, please stop. Please stop getting jittery on me. You love Sailor Moon? Oh, thank God. I'm so happy about that. Yo, there's so many, like, Sailor Moon has some dark moments. Do you remember in the first season, the second to last episode, where they all literally died? And I'm like, bro, what? I mean, of course it was retconned, of course, and everybody gets saved, and the universe reverses itself. But, like, oh my God, it lives rent-free in my head, and I love it so much, you know? They had some pretty good, powerful scenes, you know? I didn't really watch the reboots. I'm not too much into the reboots. I'm always gonna love the OG style. Mr. Frosty says, dude, Ronin Warriors. Uh-oh. Oops, I missed the... Damn it! Why did I missed the notification? Let me go back to YouTube. Actually, let me open my YouTube chat so I can look at both. Right now, I use, oh no! Hold on. Where is my... I can't watch my own stream. Do I have to go to, like, my personal account to do that? Ooh, that's dangerous. Yeah, it's dangerous. Let me do that. Oh, and for those of you who have liked the VOD, my stream / YouTube video, thank you so much for that. Dude, Ronin Warriors made me the man I am today. That sounds familiar. Okay, let me see. You also remember when Nephrite died? Wait, Nephrite! Hold on. I think I know who you're talking about, but let me look it up again. Because I want to feel it. I wanna feel the yes, that's it. I remember. I felt so sad. That was, oh my god. I say that I love the villains that used to like. I guess I don't remember too much about Sailor Moon, but isn't it that some of the villains kind of like had a past love story with some of the Sailor Warriors? Like, isn't that like the spiel behind that? I don't know names right, but isn't there like who was that guy? Jadeite, whatever. Like the guy with the short blonde hair had like some weird attraction to Sailor Mars, and he's like, why am I into this girl? You know, but it's like there's like a reason, you know. Yeah, no, I don't know, man. Like some people find them to be like doofy villains, but I don't know. I thought they were pretty damn dope. I thought they were pretty cool. Sailor Mars is queen. Oh, yeah. But anyways, hold on. Where is my art? Hey, Sleepy Hazard, are you still in the chat? If not, that is okay, but I wanted to show you a little surprise as well. Find the idea as says Zoisite? I don't think they had a relationship. I don't recall that detail anyhow. Actually, that name also sounds familiar. So with the power of Google, I look it up. Oh, that guy! He's the second villain to disguise himself as one of the heroes in Sailor. Bro, I need to watch it from the beginning. Whoa, that's interesting. Oh, this guy's confusing. I don't think he had a... Okay, there's an article that says Flowers for Zoisite, how Sailor Moon's iconic queer villains raise the bar. Interesting. Oh, wait, is that not the one that likes Sailor Mercury? So confused. Okay, this is very silly. So I have a question, Toynbee idea. Who's your favorite Sailor Moon warriors? My favorite was personally Sailor Mars and Venus. And then when I actually rewatched the anime like a decade later after my childhood, I really like Sailor Jupiter as well. I didn't always like Sailor Mercury just because I don't usually like the cliche like quiet, cute, smart girl trope. But I will say that she had one of the most epic scenes for me at the second to last episode of the first season. I still have music up? I don't think I have music up. Music! Work, please! Ooh, no, not that one. Actually, that's some case music. Anyways, so she has the most like epic scene where her attack. I think you know how she has like a little mini computer that like analyzes like battle tactics or whatever. She couldn't use that in the fight. She ended up getting like captured by one of the villains, and then she's like, "Shit, guess I can't. This is the last time I'm using this." And she takes her freaking Nintendo 3DS and smashes the jewel on top of the villain's forehead, and then the villain's like, "Oh my god, what the fuck?" You know, and it's like she couldn't. I think she like aided the fight somehow because like the villains like jewel like with that power they could like create like illusions and stuff, and so you know Sailor Mercury ended up dying in the process. But like I just thought that was such an epic scene. I labeled the scene that Sailor Mercury smacked the bitch with her 3DS. And as you know, Nintendo 3DSs, they're pretty dope consoles. You know, you really shouldn't. You really, especially since they're wonderfully modded, and Nintendo never got to patch the fact that they were modded. Oops, I stopped. Damn it! I stopped my. Keep stopping my music by accident. Let me fix that. Fresh. And so yeah, I just think it's so funny. Toynbee Idea says the animation artwork in the Riddle Steers was kind of iffy, but they backed up the breeze truck after that. Sailor Jupiter. Ooh, Sailor Jupiter. I love Sailor Jupiter. She's so wonderful. Didn't she have like a little crushy crush? I was so confused on that one episode where she had like a crushy crush on like Sailor Uranus, but also not really. It was very confusing. It was like really weird. Because Sailor Uranus, like, you know, when she wasn't being Sailor Uranus, was like being sweet to her. And then when she was actually Sailor Uranus, she was like a dick to her. But anyways, who remembers the love story between Sailor Uranus and Sailor Neptune, by the way? That was like even as a kid watching like the English dub on like Cartoon Network, I was like, bruh, like they're so into each other. They are not cousins. Get the F out, American. I just thought it was funny. Ooh. Oh god, I have like the sniffles. I swear I don't feel like I'm sick anymore, but I'm for some reason. Anyways. Okay, let me take a look. Take a look. Ooh, actually, let me take a little sippy sip of my water. Sorry for awkwardly staring into your soul for a bit. Anyways, so yeah, that's me being back on my weeb shit. I know how I said I haven't seen much anime in a long time, like I didn't really start new anime, but I did get back to Attack on Titan. I know people roll their eyes on it because it's like a mainstream anime or whatever, but I personally enjoyed it. I did not finish it. I did not finish like the very ending of it, but I'll get to it. I feel like I didn't hear much people talk about the end. Surprise. Then again, maybe I'm the crazy one because I don't have that much people to talk about it with anyway, so maybe I just wasn't around the hype. Morgan says, I still gotta finish Dangers in My Heart Season 1. I need another thing I need to Google. Dangers in My Heart. So, okay. Oh, what is this? Oh, it was in 2023? This looks cute. Oh, wow, what is this about? It's interesting how, anime style changed over time. Wait, this looks strange. This looks strange. Okay, good. As long as it's not like a teacher-student thing. Because I was about to say, why does this boy look so much tinier than this woman? I swear to God, if y'all recommend me an anime where it's a teacher-student love thing, because the Japanese like that. Arrgh. Toying me ideas says, I gotta pop out, it's fun. I'm usually VODing due to my schedule, but keep it up, AtlasCake. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming in. I enjoyed talking to you a lot. I'm actually gonna end stream soon anyway. I usually have just chatting streams on Thursday nights, but you know, we'll see what games I play. Thank you so much for being here, and feel free to join the Discord server. If the link does not work, it might work on the Kick. I dual stream, by the way. I stream on Kick and YouTube. But yeah. Oh, maybe don't watch Marmalade Boy then. Well, we'll see. I'm not. If it's good writing, I don't curse at it either. I mean, I'll be real with you. The student-teacher relationship in Persona 5 was annoying, but I still bait her up because, you know, I wanted to bait up all the girls in Persona. It is one of the many plot elements, not the focus. That's fine. Honestly, like, I'm pretty forgiving for anything as long as it's not like the focus. Morgan says it's a romance anime pretty much, and season 2 is currently being dubbed. Oh, okay, that's good to know. Anyways, guys, so I think I'm actually going to end stream here. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me this whole time. I'm gonna be real with you. Yes, I do love chatting and connecting with chat, but because it's been so long, at least I personally feel like it's been long, I do feel nervousness sometimes when I pop in stream, because I'm like, am I even in the right mindset to like not jumble up my words when I talk? Will my speech even make sense, you know? But then I try to like remind myself that, like, you know, the whole point of me VTubing is just to, like, you know, get my thoughts out there. I'll never know if I have fun watching this as a VOD or as like my own little video diary. And so here I am, VTubing as a VTuber. Again, AtlasCake, I'm in love with the art piece. Yay, you like it! I'm so happy you like it. And Sleepy Hazard, if you're watching this or watching this as a VOD in present day, I have a gift for you too. I want to thank you for subscribing for 3 months, because I also drew you guys as well. I basically drew you guys in like art, in like cake inspired fashion. I'm really into Asian streetwear, so that's what that is. Anyways, with that being said, I will sign off. Have a good night, everyone. And thanks again. Goodbye. Forever.